So your typical day of four-wheeling starts out at the trailhead. Got to lock in your hubs. And then the next thing is the ritual of airing down your tires. Now when you first start out, you're probably going to do the old key method and bleed it down and play that game for a long time. Eventually that just gets to be too slow. So the next thing you discover is the valve core remover. And you take out the valve. And this works great till you fumble it somewhere, and that's the end of your valve core. So after you've played these games for too long, you start looking for a rapid tire deflation system. There's a lot of good ones out on the market. You got the little ones that screw on and bleed down, and those work good if you remember they're on there, because they take a while. And then there's the high zoot system that's got the little regulator and it drops down to a certain pressure, but then it's not the pressure you wanted for the terrain you're on. And then you got to buy another set, and then you find out those bleed down too far and you got a flat tire. Or you can get technical. You can do the system where you've got 4 chucks hooked up to a bunch of spaghetti tubing, and you can entangle and untangle that so you can do all 4 tires the exact same pressure. That's the type A personality system. So I just want, the other one is of course putting in 2 valve stems, and that works pretty good. Done it myself, but sooner or later you unscrew the valve cap with full pressure in it, and where'd that cap go? Because you forgot which was which. So I don't know, I just want to show you the Jantz Keep It Simple tire inflation system, and we'll call them J-flaters for short, okay? So this tire's got about 30 pounds pressure in it. And we want to get her down to wheeling, and we want it right now. So what I've done is a set of J-flaters. What these are is a high-pressure pass-through air valve. Okay? And the truckers use these so they don't have to take 18 caps on and off to test for pressure. But I've modified them with some bleed holes in them, okay? Now once these go on, that's the only cap you need. You put them on, you leave them on, of course if the valve stems out. Now you're going to have to determine an initial deflation rate for your tires. So let's say it's about 45 seconds for this tire. You get down to that 45 seconds, then you can turn these down a little bit. You can still bleed off and see what the pressure is. Now, right now I'm showing about 12 pounds and I want to get down to 10. Now the actual pressure, you'll see, is actually a little higher. Not much. It kind of depends how far you got the cap cracked. But the good thing is, the pressure in a tire is always more than you're reading on a gauge, so you don't overshoot, you undershoot. So I'm going to work this down to about 9 so I get 10 here. There's 10, just a little more. There you go, 10 pounds, and we're ready to go wheeling. That's all there is to it. Okay, let's see, later on during the day, of course, tire warms up or you want to go lower for more traction. You know, it's just a cinch to adjust these just a little bit. Crank them out. You know, you get how it takes it. Alright, so if you've been airing up and down big tires long enough, the first thing you discover is all these methods don't work. You know, if you got a bleed down gauge, that's just too slow to get where you want to go. So I suggest you time how long your tires are down, take to air down. So like a 44, they take about 3 minutes to air down from 30 to 5 psi. So if you go 45 seconds with the cap out on one tire, and then start the next one 45 seconds later, and the next one's 45 seconds, quick math tells you that's 3 minutes by the time you get around to the first tire. You close that down and work your way around, and under 4 or 5 minutes, you've got all your big tires aired down. If that's still not fast enough, got more tricks for you. What you'll find is not all valve stems are created equal. This one is pretty much the same size going in and out. This guy is down to 120 here. This is a 156 bit. And this is 120, but it's really long. It's a lot of restriction. So what you can do is you take, this is a 5/32 bit, that's 532, and you drill that all the way through, in one end and out the other. You still leave the little neck down section for your valve, but you'll drop your deflation rates in half. So, keep it simple. Buy yourself a set of J-flators. After a while, you know, you need to gauge. You just time how long it takes, and away you go wheeling. So if you'd like to get a set, just call me, Carl, or no, don't call me. Email me, Carl@JantzEngineering.com.